Most of us probably dream of owning a Lamborghini Murcielago, but they're almost unaffordable with values going through the roof. For Blake, it was a struggle because this was his dream car and he was determined to own one. But when this one came up available for a half-price deal, there was a reason, but he bought the car anyways. Let's find out why.
Alright, so here I am with Blake. Now, Blake has a Murcielago, but Blake's Murcielago is not a normal one.
No, it's quite broken. Missing 4 cylinders, you know?
So what's up with your car?
Alright, so my car is not a V12. Unfortunately, it was a crash car. It was a salvage title. So what the previous owner did, the dude who built it, he decided since he didn't have an engine, he didn't want to spend 40, 50, whatever, however many thousands of dollars on a V12. So he decided to put an LS in it. So that's what it is. The world's cheapest Lamborghini Murcielago that still runs and drives.
So how much did you pay for this?
$100,000.
US.
US.
When was this?
About a year and a half ago. 2 Novembers ago, So
2021.
Yeah, I justify it because, you know, Tavares?
Yeah.
I think Tavares paid like 75 or 80 for his orange one. That was like a roller with nothing was a pile.
Yeah.
So I think I got a good deal. People in the comments will probably say I'm an idiot and I spent 10 times too much on it, but I'm very happy with my purchase.
Is it a
Your
clean
mom seems to
title?
like it.
Clean title?
No, it is not a clean title. The whole like front end was sawed off. The back was missing. It was the farthest thing from a clean title.
And it all got rebuilt.
All got rebuilt. Turned into this beautiful machine here today. Yeah, the dude who built it did a fantastic job. Very, he had a great attention to detail. I think he did a great job.
And this wasn't just built back to factory. He put a Murcielago SV kit on it.
Yeah, he did a lot of the SV stuff. So if you look at my rock chip bumper right here, this is like an SV style front bumper. So it's a little more aggressive. I think it has like a way better look. He also did the SV style front fenders. You can tell because they have like a louver in it. That car does not, if you go to that one, but it did that. I think these are this is a 2006. So this is a early car, it's not an LP car. I believe these are the LP 640 mirrors. I think, I forget. What else did he also did?
The side skirts, these are SV. He also did
side skirts. I think those are SV.
I think they are.
He thinks so too. It's got a Liberty Walk wing that is kind of in the SV style, just like a little more rounded, slightly. So, and then the back is pretty much like normal Murcielago. I think it's got a different diffuser. And he put on the LP 640 taillights too, which are actually like a huge improvement, a huge visual improvement from what I think they are. They just look a lot more modern. So he definitely spent his money. Let me pop the engine bay for you.
And the wheels.
And the wheels. These are like kind of SV style. They're Sabanis. I have no idea what brand that is or how much they were, but
do you have the original?
Get what you get. No, I wish I had the originals. No. You get what you get, you know?
So here it is, the LS engine. Oh my gosh, there's a Ferrari F50 driving by right now.
Ruining our moment, stealing our thunder.
Anyways.
But yeah, this is an LS. Don't ask why my little things are gone. Those just seem to fall off randomly. No matter how much I tighten them, it's funny, I pull up to car shows, and people are like, oh my God, you're missing you're missing it. Like, your car's not gonna run right. I'm like, it's just for show. Like, don't worry. I got it. But yeah, it's got the full, like, topper of a real Lamborghini. It's got the throttle bodies and everything. And under there's an LS. So you can see, like, it's very tough to tell. Honestly, I'm not the biggest, like, technical guy. I didn't know when I first saw pictures of the engine bay. I'm like, where's the LS? Like, it looks all legit. But no, it's under there. It's got like I think it's a 5.3 LS. I think that came out of like an early 2000s Silverado.
Yeah.
What the previous owner, the builder, was telling me is that he put that engine in it because it can handle a lot of power. So in case one day I want to twin turbo it or supercharge or do something like that, this could hopefully handle that. That's what I've been told.
Sick with a twin turbo setup on there.
I would, bro. My dream would be like almost like a rear deck lid delete and have like the turbos like up in the air. That'd be cool,
dude.
Just a
you
slight,
should do that.
A slight 20 grand or so is all it takes, bro. All it takes is money. So yeah, that's my car. I'm trying to think what else. No, if you look at and it is manual as well. So if you look in the interior, there's no gated shifter, unfortunately. Just it wouldn't work out, but it is made into like an Audi, some sort of early Audi transmission. 6-speed.
You've got the all original interior otherwise, right?
I think this is like been modified a little bit. It's OEM like esque, so it kind of looks like a LP 640 in a way. A lot of the stuff is original, like the door, and I think the roof is original, but a lot of the panels needed to be replaced. Yeah, mostly like looks legit. I have a digital dashes from Dakota Digital. It's supposed to look like the original Murcielago one, and it does a great job at that. It kind of looks OEM, but it's not.
Yeah, and we can compare it to this one over here. We have an actual LP640.
Yeah, this one is not mine. This one is not mine. I wish it was, though. I'm jealous of this guy. This looks way cooler. But yeah, look at the original dash. They're gauge cluster. It looks pretty similar, right?
Yeah, it looks very similar. The seats look almost the same.
Yes,
I mean,
it's similar.
there's not much difference other than the shifter that I
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah, exactly. So
But this is a how much? $200,000 car?
at least I would say, yeah.
And this is
100
valued at
grand.
150.
100 grand. Yeah, if anyone wants to buy it. No, I'm kidding.
Can we go for a ride in it?
We can go for a ride. You want to go for a drive?
Of course I want to go for a ride. That does not sound like a V12.
That is not a V12. It is missing 4 cylinders.
It's misfiring.
It's misfiring, yeah.
That's it. All right.
Very disappointing.
The door still opens like normal.
Doors still go up. That's all that matters, bro.
All right.
All right. Let's go.
All right. Now we're gonna roll out. Are you gonna
Alright.
drive out with the doors up?
Bro, you have to. This is how you exit a show.
Ah, because you can't see otherwise.
You never leave in full flex mode in your Evo?
No, the doors don't go up on that car.
This is my Murcielago. It is, it drives a little rough, a little loud. It kind of sounds like a boat. Not the best driving thing, to be honest, but it's mostly kind of just for show. It's kind of like a cruiser.
So this isn't your only Lamborghini though.
Yes, I actually have. I was lucky enough to, before I got this one, I got a Lamborghini Gallardo as well, and that one's like fully original, all V10 engine, and it's actually like a gated manual too. So when I want to drive something like engaging and fun, I'll drive that, and then when I want to like pull up and like to a car show or something where people want to see it, I'll usually drive this thing. So it's kind of like a nice middle balance between the both. That's why like it's tough to invest money into this car because my other one already drives so well. You know what I'm saying?
So you say right now it's a piece of junk to drive.
Pretty much, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible to drive. You'll see when you drive it, the throttle is so sensitive. It's like a power band on a dirt bike. So it's kind of like an on-off switch. It's like a full throttle or no throttle. It's weird.
You have to put your foot all the way down, is what you're saying.
No, it's about halfway down. It's like a
on-off.
Yeah, exactly. You'll see him. Trust me. I'll film him in a minute. He's gonna look really goofy, and you'll understand. It only looks this smooth because I drive this thing like every day, so I've gotten so used to it.
So most people know that this is a replica, or not a replica, LS Swap.
No, pretty much no one knows unless they know this exact car, because this was owned by another YouTuber, Cletus McFarlane. So he bought it from the builder, and then he gave it away in one of his like pay-per-view races. And this dude Brian Deegan won it. He's like a old freestyle motocross guy, like pretty famous in his own right as well. And so he won it, and then as soon as I saw that, I hit him up and was like, "Yo, I'd love to buy this," you know, because I knew it was going to be the cheapest Murcielago to ever sell. And I was like, "I know this is the one. I have to have it." It took me 9 months for him to finally agree to sell it to me. So I was chasing it for so long, and then finally agreed to sell it, and like that was it. Wired in the money, and then got it shipped, and showed up. Never saw the car beforehand. I knew what I was getting into, and yeah, never looked back since, you know.
Is this car still all-wheel drive?
It is 2-wheel drive now. So
rear wheel?
Yeah, rear wheel drive.
Not front,
Not
right?
front wheel drive, no. The front, everything's deleted, made it a lot lighter. Yeah, it's just rear wheel drive now. A lot of people with like real Murcielagos, they delete the front wheel drive system anyways and just go 2-wheel drive. So the previous owner did that for me. Frees up a little less weight.
And then in terms of brakes and suspension, are they still OEM?
All OEM. Pretty much everything is OEM Lamborghini besides the engine and transmission. I even have like the OEM pedal box. So the pedal box and the pedals came out of a real manual Murcielago. So I'm sure those weren't cheap. You know,
No.
There's not many of those.
Especially now.
I don't even know how he got his hands on this. So yeah, the owner spent his time, energy, effort, and money on this thing. Thankfully, I still have contact with them. So
The original builder?
The original builder, yes, sorry. So whenever I have anything that goes wrong, I hit him up and I'm like, "Yo, what's this?" And he runs it down for me. We FaceTime and he helps me fix it. So that's really nice too.
How old are you driving this car?
I'm 28 years old, so I started
28.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got this a year and a half ago, so I was like 25 when I got it. When I got my Gallardo.
How do your parents react to you having this kind of car?
My parents are like the cheapest people on earth. Like they never spent money. I grew up like very frugally. They were not like big earners or anything. So this was like they were against it for the longest time. Like I started off with a Porsche 944, very cheap one. I paid $2,400 for that, and even then they were like freaking out. They're like, "You don't need to buy this. Like this is a waste." You know, they were against it. And then I ended up like doing like some upgrades to it, like kind of fixing it up, and then I sold it for 10. And then after that, I like of course was always into cars, so I wanted something better. Ended up getting a 1999 Porsche 911, a 996.
Yeah.
And I got that for 20. So like everything I had, like every time I bought a car, it's everything I had. So I bought it for 20, and again, my parents were fighting me, like, "Oh, you shouldn't do this. It's like all the money. You don't even have a job right now, all this stuff." I was like, "I want this." So I did that, and then I kept it for about a year or so. Same thing. I ended up getting pretty lucky, and I sold that for 27. And then I obviously wanted another one, and I always wanted a Lamborghini. That was the goal. And I was never going to be able to get like a Murcielago because they were too expensive. So I decided I settled for a Gallardo, and then I found one. And same exact thing. My parents were like really against it. They were like stressing, you know, that was like more than my parents' like first house, all this stuff. And
The Gallardo.
yeah, the Gallardo.
How much was that car?
100 grand.
Okay.
So then, I was like, I gotta trust myself. Like I've made money on 2 cars so far. Like
So
hopefully
the
I won't lose
Gallardo
much.
was your third car?
Yeah, the third car I bought. My parents, I got a truck from my brother, a 2003 Nissan Frontier, when he went to college. And that's the truck I still have today with like 250,000 miles. But yeah, the first car I bought was that 944. Then I bought the 911, and then I bought the Gallardo. So that's my third car, yeah.
And for those people wondering what you do for a living.
So I used to be a mechanical engineer, and at the time, this was like during COVID 2020 or so, I started making like TikToks, like fitness, health, nutrition style ones. So that's kind of like exceeded my engineering income. So I was an engineer for about a year, all while doing like TikTok, and I just lived at home, saved like a bunch of money, didn't have any expenses. And then my like social media started getting like bigger and bigger, so I eventually made the leap and quit my engineering job, my safe, stable income, to pursue TikTok. And I quit about 2.5 years ago, and I've been doing that ever since. So I've been very lucky.
That's crazy. You just do TikTok for a living.
Just TikTok. Well, I upload to other platforms, but most of my money comes from TikTok.
Do you want to go into a breakdown of like how the income streams come from, like
Yeah.
discount codes that
Yeah,
you have
definitely.
and TikTok?
Yeah, definitely. So when I first started like TikTok, I obviously wanted to work with the brands I like. So I have like a protein powder company I really like and a pre-workout company I really like. So I'll just reach out to them and be like, yo, you guys like, are you guys looking for athletes? Like, here's who I am, here's what I do, here's examples, here's a couple examples of my videos. And eventually they said, no, you're not big enough, not big enough. And then I just kept making videos, getting more and more followers, like doing better and better. And eventually they came around and were like, oh yeah, we'd like to have you as an athlete or whatever. So what that means is like, I'll get a discount code. They will, if someone purchases with my discount code, I'll get like a little like 10% commission. And so I'll start like pimping that in my videos, be like, oh, if you want protein, you know, it's my favorite stuff I use. And after a while, like the sales built up and up and up. And then I was able to get like a salary from that company, which is really nice because with like social media, nothing is guaranteed. So having a monthly salary is huge. So that was awesome. And then I sold more and more, my salary went up, sold more and more, salary went up. And then TikTok started offering programs where you could make money per view. It used to be called the Creator Fund, the TikTok Creator Fund. Then it was the Creativity Beta Program. Now I think it's just like the Creativity Fund or something like that. Anyway, so I did that. I got paid per view for that. And then TikTok Shop came out, and that was like a huge opportunity for income. And that's been like massive ever since that came out. So basically the same thing as discount codes, except I can tag the product directly on the video. So people can buy it right in there, right in TikTok native. It's super smooth, seamless. And that really helped as well because TikTok pushes those videos very heavily. So I would say that is where like the majority of my income comes from right now, is like TikTok Shop. But then, like I said, I get some from, you know, views, some from like sponsorship codes, some from here, some from there. I'll take it wherever I can get it. So that's it's kind of the story of how I got started.
Wow, that's really interesting that you can make an entire living from that.
Yeah, crazy to me because I like far exceeded my engineering income, and I thought engineers were rich, but I was like, no, not at all. It's like
Really?
yeah, it's just like it's a good job, but I was never gonna be able to buy these cars if I was an engineer. So
Yeah. And what's it like owning this car? Is it worth it, or is it kind of overhyped?
I think it's worth it because it's all I ever wanted. So it's such like a dream. It's such like a cool thing to me. No matter like, even though it drives like shit, it's still worth it for me. Someone else may think it's not worth it, but it's all like person to person dependent. I love it. And my Gallardo was even like, it drives so much better. So that's like even more worth it.
So you prefer the Gallardo over this car? Or
Driving 100%, yes. The driving experience is nothing special or cool or fun or interesting. It's just the looks. So it's the looks of this one, and then the driving of the other one.
Well, I appreciate you giving me a ride. I appreciate the opportunity to interview you and to look at the car. Hopefully the police don't give you a ticket. We can just park here, I think.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
There we go.
Nothing to see here.
Have you ever been pulled over?
Not in this, no.
Wow.
I've been pretty lucky. Like I said, it drives so slow and lame that like I don't really speed or go fast. So I've been lucky. Not in this one. I got pulled over in my Gallardo. He let me go. It was just because I didn't have a front plate.
Okay.
That's about it.
I also noticed airbag.
Oh.
Do you not have one?
I don't think so. I don't.
It doesn't look like
I don't
it. Look
think
at
so.
that.
I've been meaning to ask the builder about that because I was like, oh, maybe like I should be worried about my safety.
Yeah.
I don't think it has an airbag because obviously this was the original steering wheel in it when it crashed originally.
Yeah.
So
I
kind of messed
You
up.
have an airbag. I think it's just glued
Yeah.
together.
You don't have an airbag either.
I don't. No, I have no airbag in my
Yours
car.
didn't come with one either.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching this video, and never ever quit. Doors that open, walk through them, like you did.
Yes, sir.